Okay, so this is the 50th trade recap. I said I would do 100 of these just to see where I'm at, where I started, and to see where I'm going to finish on my 100th trade recap. See if there's any type of progress or whatever. So we're at the halfway point here. Pretty much just kind of flopping and groping still. I'm getting a better handle on it. Um, Learning a lot of what's wrong with what I'm doing. And I think the number one thing that is killing me is just taking stupid trades, trying to chase the P&L. Um, Crashing out after losses, taking just pointless, just stupid setups, just coin flip setups that just don't have any confluences whatsoever. I'm just like a feel of like, oh, I feel like it's going to go this way, just getting stopped out and then chasing that. Brutal stuff. I had another one today, and I swear this is the last one I'm going to do. I'm not doing any more just nonsense trade setups. Only A plus setups from here on, and I'm gonna try and step away from my live account, and I'm gonna try to do a funded account. This will be, I did try a funded account like exactly a month ago almost, and I just took some just absolute nonsense trades and blew the eval. I don't think I had a single profitable trade on that first eval. So I'm going to take this new eval. I think it renews on Monday, so I think I should be good to go to trade on that for next week. And I'm going to be serious about it and not be doing nonsense like today. So we'll get into today now. I was watching this, and I really wanted to take one of these trades. This is again one of those things I struggle with, where I see a setup that I like, and it just kind of plays out without me, and I just get paralysis, and I don't take the trade, even though it's like looking pretty good. So let's get into it here. Just checking out ES to see if we had a SMT or anything. We did not. So here, let's go. So pre-market, we formed a bullish fair value gap to the upside, clearing out that last bit of liquidity there, and even took out this high here, which was wondering. Okay, it was just a London session high, but not the high of London session, just one area of liquidity from London session. But anyways, maybe let's actually check. Okay, so we did have an SMT. There's London session at 238. 238. Yeah, okay, so we did have an SMT. We cleared that. So this is an A plus setup here that I faded for. I think the number one reason was we didn't inverse this gap on this candle. We kind of held it, which made me not want to short. I also wasn't paying attention to. I think I got up too late, and I wasn't on the charts early enough to really map everything out and see where exactly we were. But yeah, we gapped down after. Yeah, that's market open. That's not even market open yet. This first candle here is market open, but it's why I didn't take this trade. But this would have been an A plus trade for sure. We would have had, let's just say you went long there. That's still a decent stop. It's a 40-point stop. Oops, I got this backwards. My bad. Whatever, you get the point. Targeting these lows. Yeah, that would have been 90 points off the rip in like one candle, basically. Would have been nice. So yeah, faded that, and then I guess for this. I saw some people take this short here, but like didn't really get an IFVG on the 1 minute. Like we got, I guess there's a tiny one right there. But again, you would have been cooked on your stop loss. Like where do you even put it? You're not putting it 100 points. Even that's like 50 points. So faded that as well. And it just kept puking downwards. But this was a nice, equilibrium tap. You could have turtle souped that EQ and printed, but what do you do, you know? What do you do? Yeah, that was a nice 5 minute respecting bearish order flow. And yeah, you would have cooked on that for sure. But I started to get interested down here. Maybe something was going to happen. We cleaned out this low. I think the other lows are way over there. But anyways, let's just get into this absolute nonsense trade I took. I've been dabbling with the RSI recently on these setups. And this could have been a little entry here. Not that many confluences other than like basically just a bullish divergence on the RSI, but after, like, let's say I got in there targeting these highs, I would have had to put my stop there or else we would have got stopped out. But let's just say I took that, which is being a little generous. That would have been 50 points. Not bad, or at least it would have been, I definitely would have break even that. But I didn't take that, but that trade would have been right here, bearish RSI, and then it comes down, trigger wave. I could have entered on this little hump here, which would have been this, coming down, and we had a little retest. Stops would have been protected. Second try at it, could have entered there even. It would have been like up there, whatever. But anyways, after all that, we were respecting this bearish 5 minute fair value gap here. So we have this 1 minute fair value gap, and we have bullish fair value gap, and we have this. Let's just get rid of this to make it more simple. We have this other 1 minute bearish fair value gap. So we got a bullish fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, and price just went sideways for like 10-15 minutes trying to decide where it wanted to go. And I was thinking, boom, I'll get it up here, it'll clear out because we failed to take that high. We got liquidity resting above there. I wanted to get that. It was literally just a coin flip on that, and we had kind of the RSI just loading, and this was just nonsense. We had a wick down here, and then it started to wick down, and I said maybe it'll take it out. I'll have a super cheap entry, and I can just turtle soup this, and you know what I mean? Not a nice setup at all. There's literally like no confluences other than a 50-50 coin flip. Like, what do you even do with that? Why did I take that trade? It was absolute nonsense. I got stopped out in like 3 seconds. And like, again, I didn't lose much. It was a $12 trade, whatever. It literally doesn't matter. But just on the principle of just taking stupid fucking trades, I'm done doing that. I'm literally done doing that. I'm not doing that anymore. That is nonsense. We eventually did come out and clean out that liquidity. Then just turn it up. Sideways, blah blah blah. And then down here, this would have been nice. I was at work, but I was watching this, and then I started work around 12. This is when I had to go to work, right there, and I was watching this. This is liquidity from like literally weeks ago. That's November. That's a November wick. We came down, took it out. Beautiful V shape. Respecting the fair value gaps here. Here's the 5 minute. Let's just get rid of the 1 minute because it's nonsense. This is the one we're looking at. 5 minute got a nice inverse, and then it just kind of was loading for a bit, but nice V shape, nice IFVG, the 15 as well. That was higher up, that was there. Let's get rid of that, make it a little cleaner. So there's the 5 minute, there's the 15 minute, and that would have absolutely printed. So let's say you got in on the 1 minute, or the 5 minutes, sorry. You could have, yeah, you could have just held that. That would have been really nice. So you got in there, stops. It's a pretty heavy stop. It's an 80-point stop, but we cleared that wick out over there, and that's like the only wick for a long time back in frickin' November. So we had some selling relief because we've been bearish for a couple days now, just going down, down, down. So finally got some selling relief. So you could have, let's just say you hit a 1-to-1 on that. That would have been easy peasy right there. Nice 1-to-1. Or you could have held it up to like that high or this high. Still needs to take that high, but that'll be Monday's problem. 170 points. So brutal stuff. Yeah, no more nonsense. Yeah, gonna start my funded journey for a payout. I need to get a payout from a funded account, a prop firm. So we're gonna see how that goes next week, and I think I will have a lot more luck because I'm trying to swing for the fences and hit home runs with this little account just because it's so small. I want to catch like a 100-point move every time, but I just keep either getting in profit and getting stopped out after like 40 points in profit, where if I was on a funded account, 40 points would be beautiful. That would be huge. It'd be a couple $100 at least. So I think my psychology will be better on the funded. So we will see how that journey goes next week.